one of the biggest factors in people leaving the gym is because number one, they don't know what to do. So they're like, they go into the gym with no plan, no game plan, and they're like, oh, what do I do? And then a lot of time that's discouraging. They don't feel nothing, and they end up leaving the gym. Number two is the accountability aspect. Some people need that accountability because they're lazy. They don't want to work out. They don't want to be there. But they know they have to do it. So the accountability aspect, I would also help with. And then three is the mindset. I think a lot of times in the gym, people just lack the drive and the mindset. So what I help do is I help kind of like help you build discipline, and I help you build motivating yourself, and I help you build being able to, yes, be driven in the gym. But not only will it translate there, like it'll translate into life, because I feel like working out is not just working out. Working out is also like, it's in a sense like helps with your mindset, helps with your daily life, helps you overcome battles. Because if you're able to get over soreness, you're able to get over like the tiredness of life, and you're able to get over all those things, like you're definitely going to be able to overcome it when something pops up in life.
I agree 100%. Like if you want to work on other people and you want to work on your team, you want to feel good, you want to win, you got to start winning in the morning at the gym. And if you don't have the right motivation, the right discipline, the right people, someone that is going to like teach you how to do it, I mean, you're going to fall off track. So you definitely want to hire a coach. Welcome to the Limitless CEO podcast, another day in paradise. Today we have a special guest. We're running it back with Ray. He is a fitness coach and he's badass. We're just going to be catching up, see what's new and good. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you for having me, John.
You're welcome. So what's up, man? What's new? What's new and good?
New and good. Orange Series, new and good. Yeah, in my life, I just recently moved to Orange County, so I'm over there a lot. So I'm excited to be in that area and kind of like network in that area.
How's that going? Is it different than LA? How's the people over there?
A little bit different than LA.
Yeah,
for sure.
What's different?
Different. I guess just like what's like the biggest difference I can give? The biggest difference I would say is number one, it's a lot quieter over there.
Oh, really?
For sure.
It's better. Quieter. Yeah, quiet's better.
There's a lot less, I guess you would say, craziness than over here.
Right.
Because I mean, you know how it is going.
Oh, right here is crazy. Like downtown LA, my son called me yesterday at 1 a.m. He's like, "Oh, I'm partying over here in downtown." Like, shit, man. I was ready to knock out. I came back. We went to dinner with my wife, and we came back. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna knock out. It was like 12 a.m. I knocked out, and I woke up in the morning, and he was just getting home. Right, so yeah, there's a lot of partying here, downtown LA, West LA, West Hollywood, like everywhere, bro. So over there's more quiet.
Yeah, I would say it's more quiet. I mean, unless you had maybe more south, like, but even then, I'm not really like too much in like that scene. But.
So how is the running going? I know last time we spoke about you getting into running. Mm-hmm. And I seen you post a bunch of videos, those crazy times, like you're doing like 7 miles, like in 30 minutes. I'm like, shit, man. Yeah. If I do that, I'll die, bro. I'll die. I'm telling you. I don't like running and stuff, but right. I mean, I know I have to. It's good for your mental health. Mm-hmm. But how's that going?
It's going good. Right now, I'm in the beginning of my marathon training for the LA Marathon.
Right.
So a lot of what's going down right now is just like building like a base. Mm-hmm. So all the programming wants me to do and the coach wants me to do is just kind of like build a base like for the mileage that I'm going to run.
Right.
And then maybe in like a month or two, then it heads into the peak phase where I start getting into higher mileage, longer runs, all that good stuff. Then it'll taper off once I get close. But it's been going good. It's been going good.
Have you ever run a mile before? Not a mile. What am I saying? Have you ever run a marathon?
Oh, yeah.
Like a full-on marathon. How much is it? Like 26.2, right?
26.2.
Right. How many marathons have you run?
Two.
Jeez.
1 half, 2 full.
That's awesome, bro. I know that guy, that big runner, you know, David Goggins.
Yeah, That's my guy right there.
Running for days.
Yeah, he's a little crazy.
Yeah. Do you see yourself running like more than 50 miles?
I mean, I would be down to do a 100 miler. It's definitely something that's going to take like some time and like preparation, and I probably have to have a team geared up for that.
Right.
Because that's a lot of miles. But I think after this marathon, I do want to do one more marathon throughout the year. And then I do the following year, I want to kind of like work my way up to those ultra marathons. So maybe doing like a 30 miler, then a 50 miler,
Damn.
and then work my way up to 100. But I just have to really make sure that I'm focused on my recovery, because if I don't focus on that, like I can just really like beat up my body and it wouldn't end up good. So
I love it. How do you even get prepared for a marathon? Like for me, I know if I run, I can probably do 2-3 miles max. That's it. Maybe like 20 minutes a mile. How do you get that resistance, stamina?
You got to
prepared.
You got to build up to it. So when I first started running, like I definitely couldn't run long distances. Right. I just would get up and like run as far as I can, and then wherever like I would call off, like I was good. So just building up to it, I would say start off like the way I started off was going from like I got this like couch to running program, I remember, and it was you walk for 1 minute, you run 1 minute, you walk 1 minute, you run 1 minute, and then you kind of just work your way into it. Then after that, then you're running a mile at a week. Then you're running 2 miles like in 2 weeks. Then you're running 3 miles by the end of the month, and it kind of like works your way into it. So this way you're not doing too much to your body, because it's definitely a different type of working out. It's not like strength training where you can just load up the weight. You're pumping it out. You're, getting your work in. But when it's running, it's like a different type of workout. So
definitely, when I run, I don't know why this happens, but like when I stop, I can't run anymore. Like I stop, I feel like I feel pain on my side.
Really?
Do you know why that happens?
That's because number one, not drinking enough water. So you're probably getting dehydrated as you run.
Right.
Your body doesn't have enough stores. 2, it could be a lack of nutrients. So maybe not having potassium, magnesium, calcium, basically everything your body needs, like especially when you're running. Because when you run, you lose all those elements. Right.
Awesome. So how long does it take for someone like to run a marathon? I know it changes depending on the person, but in an average, like how much preparation?
Like a full, what they would call season for like a marathon runner, you need maybe like, let me see. If my build phase is now, let me see. We got November, December, January. Probably like 5 or 6 months to prepare for a marathon.
Wow.
I would say like if you like.
And you're running consistently, like training on the daily?
Doing some sort of training on the daily. So incorporated in the program, like I still strength train on top of it. So I'm doing that. I'm doing maybe like 4 runs a week. Because if I did it every day, like my body would be stressed. Because I still work really like long hours every day.
How many hours do you work?
Sometimes, like my busiest days, I'm working like from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed.
Wow.
That's not every day, but that's like some days where it's like that. So I'm up at like 3:30, 3:40 in the morning.
Wow.
I'm up, I'm eating, I'm out the door, I'm at work, boom, 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 going through it. Then midday, my break is like my workout. Yeah. Sometimes.
So why do you do that? Do you feel better doing that? Is it just because you like working out? You like working?
So I work long hours because number one, like I'm like really passionate about what I do. Like I love helping others. I like to see others grow in their fitness. I like to see others just get better every day. So that's why I enjoy coaching. So for those that don't know what I do, I'm a coach, personal trainer, group trainer. And yeah. So I mean that gets me going every day. Like when I don't know, it's inspiring to me to see like someone like working hard day in and day out, like, and who knows what they have going on. I know they have like work, they have jobs, they have same thing as me, right? We're all in like the same boat, I feel. So when I see them working hard, it's just like inspiring to me. So that's something that I'm passionate about, seeing them grow and seeing them get better.
How does your day looks like from when you wake up to when you go to sleep? For those people who want to be a personal trainer?
So when I wake up, first thing I do, shower, then I eat. Now, depending on the time, like if I wake up like 20 minutes later than I'm supposed to, like I'll just drink a shake, take my vitamins, boom, then I'm out the door. But if I like wake up at the time that I set, then I like make my food, I'll eat it real quick, and then.
So you meal prep yourself?
Yeah, so my lunch and my dinners are always prepped. I usually try to do that on Sunday, like when I have the most time, just have it all ready for the week. So that way as I go, I just take my food as well.
So you meal prep one day for the entire week? Or no?
For the most part, yes, unless I want something like really, really fresh, then I'll cook it like in the middle of the week if there's time, if time allows. But usually, yeah, I'll try to like have it set for the whole week, and it'll last the whole week. Typically, like I just try to stick to like one protein, one carb, one veggie the whole week, and then next week I'll just like switch it up.
Nice. How does your workout routine look like right now with the running?
So right now, I'm trying to hit a push day. Like I used to isolate every muscle group, so I would do like chest and triceps, and I would do back and biceps, or just back actually. Legs, I would have a posterior day, anterior day, so I'll work either front side or back side, and then I would do arms another day. But because the running tends to stress the body out a little bit more, I kind of have to mesh all that into like one day at a time. So I have a full push day where I do chest, shoulders, triceps. I have a full back day where I do back and biceps, and then I have a full leg day, just do total legs. But because right now I'm very like quad dominant, when I run, I feel a lot in my quads. I'm focused more on the back side of my legs, just so that way it can even out. And I've been doing a lot of research on areas to focus on and some exercise to do. So I've just been focused a little bit more on the hips and my hamstrings and glutes, but
nice.
And then so that's broken up into like 3 days. I change it just depending on how my body feels every week.
Right.
With the runs, I try to run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. But Friday is depending on how my body feels. So if my body feels good, I'll run the Friday. If it doesn't, I'll just save it for Saturday.
Nice.
And then Sunday's typically my long run day. So that's where I set them.
So you work out 6 days a week, 7 days a week?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. And just take us through your training days. So let's say Monday. What do you do? Like back, push and pull? Or what do you do?
So I usually try to go based off of like what the majority in the gym is going to hit.
Yeah.
So I'll either try to do back and biceps or legs.
You're training. Yeah, you're training people.
No. So that way I don't like use the same machines as like everyone else in the gym, because most people like Monday, for anyone who goes to the gym, is International Chest Day. So everyone at the gym is hitting chest and triceps.
So you do the opposite.
The females hitting legs. So I always try to do like the machines no one's using, which is like back and biceps or something like
back and biceps. And what does that look like? Like for people that want to learn how to do the workout, is it like 5 sets, 6 sets, supersets, giant sets?
To start off, I would say start off very simple, very light. Don't overwork your body. Get your body used to the movements that you're doing, and master the movements that you're doing for maybe like a month.
Okay.
Once you do that, then the next month, switch the workouts again. Then the next month. And you can gradually increase the intensity of the workout too. So maybe for someone who's just starting off, just start off at like 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps, consistent weight. You don't want to do too heavy, like, because that's like very normal to do in the gym. A lot of ego lifting, see other people lifting heavy and you want to lift heavy.
Yeah.
It's very easy to do that, but I would say start light and choose a weight that you can make really heavy, where you get a really good contraction and a really good like squeeze in your muscles.
Right.
Because if you choose a weight that's too heavy, you're not properly contracting the muscle or squeezing it, you're actually not really working out what you're supposed to. And then that's too where you can cause muscular imbalances. That's where you can cause all kinds of different things. But start light, 3 sets, maybe 10 to 12 reps. Next month, maybe intensify 4 sets, 8 to 10. And then each month, just keep increasing, gradually increasing. And then that's where I would recommend getting a trainer if you don't know how to intensify it or where to increase. And then 2, some of like the key indicators you might need to intensify is the workout. You're not feeling nothing in your workout anymore.
Yeah. So what do you think about the warm-up? I see a lot of people like going running first, then they do like the bicycle, and then they go and train. There's other people that get right into it and they warm up with like small weights. And there's other people that are stretching out. Like what's like the best way to do it? So your opinion?
In my opinion, no matter what, always do dynamic stretching before. Prepare your muscles and warm your body up for the workout that you're doing, whether that is
what is dynamic stretching?
So, for example, if I'm going to go on a run, I want to make sure my hips are nice and loose. I want to make sure my quads are nice and loose. I want to make sure my legs are like warmed up, ready to go. So I'm going to do a lot of like quad pulls. I'm going to do maybe some dynamic scoops, which is like a grass picker. I'm going to do some hip openers, some external rotations, some internal rotations, just to kind of get them warmed up. I'm going to prepare my knees for a lot of the impact that I'm doing. So I might do like some quick feet with like a knee drive. I'll do some A skips, some B skips. So these are all workouts that could really help prepare your legs for a run. But even if you're not running, these are still workouts that could help you out for like a leg workout. Because now your hips are open, your quads are loose, your hamstrings are loose, calves are ready to go. And all that looks different. So if I'm doing like dynamic warm-ups for a chest workout, tricep workout, I'm going to do some arm circles. I'm going to do some bent over IYTs. I'm going to do some like, I'm going to hold on to something so I can stretch my like
I see you doing
my lats out.
I seen you doing that bar. Last time we went to the UFC gym. So you do that bar. Is that a good stretch?
Oh yeah, if you have access to a PVC pipe, you can do a lot with a PVC pipe.
That's what it was.
Even if you don't have the PVC pipe and you guys have like resistance band, you can always pull it apart. You can do these like little wraparound things that I do that kind of they really help for your shoulder mobility. Because a lot of times as you start to lift heavier and heavier, you start to get tighter and tighter on your chest, your shoulders, your back. So a lot of times you want to keep that stuff mobile and loose, because if not, you're going to be stiff. Yeah. And then you're going to be like that.
I was already going like this. I forgot. All right. Don't forget.
But
take us through a back and bicep. You say you do Mondays, back and bicep. What types of workouts do you do? Like, what is the machine? Is it the dumbbells? What's best? Like machine, dumbbells, or how does that look like?
They all play a key role, I would say. But where you're going to get the most like bang for your buck in workouts is compound exercises.
Okay.
And the reason compound exercises are going to have more benefit than an isolated workout is because you're going to activate more muscle fibers. So, for example, when I do a chin up, right? Like, and let's say that's for bicep. It's still going to get your back, but it's for bicep.
Right.
But I'm pulling up, right? I'm activating more muscle fibers because I'm activating more muscle groups in that chin up versus, for example, a bicep curl where I'm just curling it one motion up, one motion down. Now you can get a full, when you do that chin up, your biceps going to be engaged the whole way through. Right. And on top of that, you're engaging the back. You're engaging some shoulders a little bit. So any movement that's a compound exercise is going to have more benefit in your workout program than an isolated movement, but you still want to incorporate both. Both are still super, super important. Right. Your body needs both. Bodybuilders, for example, use a lot of isolated movements because they're trying to really create more tension in that one muscle group. So, if I was to walk you through my back day, for example, I would do chin-ups to start. I usually do like 10 chin-ups. And now let's say you can't do a chin-up.
Nice.
You can grab a resistance band, put your feet in the resistance band, and then just kind of regress it from there. And then maybe once you progress and you start feeling it less and less, and lighter band.
That's a good tip.
From there. But yeah, my back and biceps, I'll do those. Then I'll hit some lat pull downs. Then I'll hit some rows, whether it's a low row, a dumbbell row, some sort of row that's going to isolate or that's going to get into your lats. And then I usually do something for the upper back. So I'll either do rear delt flies, I'll either do a high row, or I'll either do a face pull.
Nice.
Now, if I'm trying to have like a killer workout, and I'm like on a time crunch, what I'll do is just back to back.
No rest time?
Like no rest or minimal rest in between, just because.
What is it, like 10 seconds? 10, 15 seconds?
Nah, maybe like 20
seconds? 20. Yeah. What about Tuesday? So Tuesday you do what, chest?
Chest and triceps.
What does that look like?
For me, that's going to look like, number one, I'm going to get my chest warmed up. I'm going to get the shoulders warmed up. Once I do that, then I'm going to do the cable chest fly. So on the cable chest fly, all I'm focusing on is just squeezing the chest.
Right. Just
to get blood in there, just to activate it, and to get it warmed up for everything I'm about to do, which would be incline dumbbells, flat bench dumbbells, flat bench flies. And then I'm going to go back to the pec deck, get some more flies in there. By then, my chest is pumped.
Yeah.
Pumped. So that's just more of like a finisher, just kind of end chest day off. Boom, then I head to triceps, and I'll just burn out the triceps real quick. So I'll do like some pull downs. I'll do some overhead extensions. I personally like the cables better just because it creates more tension on my triceps.
Nice. Yeah, I seen you do those supersets.
Mm-hmm.
So those are good. Yeah. What about shoulders?
Shoulders. So in there, so recently because I had to switch it into that day, I'll just do literally like 2 presses and 1 lateral raise. Mm-hmm. So I just do some normal shoulder presses, back to back with Arnold presses, and then I'll do like some lateral raises where I just like hold. Just hold really light weights.
Yeah.
I'll hold for as long as I can, bring them back down, bring them up again, and just basically just burn out the shoulder.
Nice. What about for biceps and triceps?
For the biceps, what would I do? So
we spoke about the triceps. Yeah, the biceps.
Yeah, so the chin-ups, I usually do the chin-ups, and then from there, my favorite one to do, and try this. If you guys ever get the chance here at the gym, try this. I swear, like, your biceps and forearms will be looking and feeling nice after this. But you'll go on the incline, right?
Yeah.
You're going to just let your arms hang loose, but have your palms face towards you. Then you're going to curl the dumbbells up about 90 degrees and just squeeze the bicep. Because by twisting them out, you're going to get this outer head of the bicep. So then, bam. We're doing 10 reps, right? Once you finish those 10 reps, you're going to go right into 10 hammer curls. But because of the position you're in, it keeps the tension in your biceps and it keeps the tension in the forearms. Now, there might come a time where you get really, really tired. So what I do when I get really, really tired at that point is I switch to 1 at a time.
That's a good tip.
I'm counting each rep as 1. So that way more tension stays in there. And
so do you do like a superset right there or just a regular set?
That's a superset. So you're doing 10 bicep curls, 10 hammer curls back to back on the incline.
So how much weight do you typically go? Because I see these ego lifters, they're doing like 50s, and they're like swinging the arm and going like this and like this. So do you recommend going like lower if you can go like 50, maybe go 20s and do a clean form?
Yeah, it's always better to go light. And if you can make lightweight really heavy, that's going to be your best bet. You never necessarily have to go super, super heavy. Like I said, you always want to make sure you're creating more tension in the muscle because the more tension you create in the muscle, that's where the hypertrophy process and hypertrophy process starts to begin. And all that basically means is the muscle building process.
Muscle building, yeah, it's so complicated. Sounds like a tongue twister. Awesome. So what does a leg workout look like?
So a leg workout. So I always like to incorporate some sort of squat.
Right.
Now, if you're just beginning, I would stay off of the barbell squat immediately. The only reason being is because it's going to put a lot of pressure on the spine. And you want to take as much pressure and preserve that spine as much as you can because as you get older and older and older, you'll start to feel it more and more and more. So I would start maybe with like some sort of dumbbell squat, whether it's a single dumbbell squat where you're holding it right below you, a goblet squat where you're holding at your chest, like a big glass of wine, or you can maybe even do the Smith machine squat. I personally like Smith machine squat the most because you can either isolate your posterior chain, you can even isolate your anterior chain. And that's just by positioning of where you're facing towards the machine. Then once you do that, depending on what your focus is, you can either focus on your quads or your hamstrings. But again, you want to choose the movements that are going to activate more muscle fibers. So I personally, just because my focus right now is more of the posterior chain, I've been doing a lot more glute focus work, a lot more hamstring focus. So I've been doing more RDLs, hip thrusts.
What is RDL for the audience?
Romanian deadlift. So what that is, it's basically, you can do it with dumbbells, you can do it with barbells, but what you want to do is you're hinging your hips back, which is one of the 6 foundational movement patterns that I would say everyone needs to master in fitness or someone getting into fitness. But what you want to do is hinge your hips back and you want to reach down maybe to your knees, right past the knees while keeping your posture aligned. And then you want to drive back up with your legs and then lock your glutes at the top. What that's going to do is activate your hamstrings, activate your glutes. So then I do the RDL. To target more of like the glutes, I do hip thrust. So the gym I go to, they actually have like 2 different hip thrust machines that I like, which gives you a different angle. Right. So they have one where you're prone and you're like facing to the sky. You just put the belt on, boom, you thrust up, you lock your glutes to the top and you bring it back down. Now it's kind of like an RDL, but it's just from the ground up.
So now that you're talking about like glutes, I know there's a lot of like women that want to get big glutes, what is a good routine for them? Is it like once, twice, 3 times a week?
So if their focus is mainly glutes,
Yeah.
and ladies, you don't need to get a BBL, but just call me. But anyways, if they want to target their glutes and their main focus is glutes, they want to hit glutes twice a week.
Twice a week.
I mean, I would
say like Monday, Fridays?
Yeah, like beginning of the week, end of the week, if that's their focus. Because when I was really focused on building my legs, I focused on Monday and Friday.
Right.
Because I used to have twiggy legs. I still might have skinnier legs, but they're rocks. But anyways,
rock solid.
It's because they're running. But anyways, yeah, so glutes at the beginning of the week, glutes at the end of the week, and focus on the hinge, RDLs, hip thrusts. Now, a lot of females do kickbacks, but you're going to have more benefit from the hinge.
Right.
Way more benefit from the hinge. Because you're gonna be able to activate your hamstrings and your glutes together while you're doing it.
At the same time. Yeah.
Because when you do the kickback, you're just
kicking back.
You can still isolate the glute that way, and it still might benefit you, but you're gonna get more benefit from the hinge. And then females are gonna come argue me at this, but I'm telling you, the hinge is where it's at. Got a hinge.
But when can people like girls get results? Like when can they actually like be like, oh, they look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, oh shit, man, it is growing.
That process ranges for everyone. It just depends on metabolism, but the lower body fat percent you are, the more you'll start to show.
Oh, really?
So let's say I'm at 25, right? Mm-hmm. And I drop down to 15. I'm going to start to show, like my arms are going to start to look good. Legs are going to start to look good. I'm going to start to look good. So the main focus in order for you to see the muscle and for it to actually grow is body fat percent. That's a good measure, body composition.
Right. So it's not eating more?
It is eating more. You do need to eat more.
Okay.
And that varies. So if your main objective is to build muscle and lose weight at the same time, you got to make sure you're eating enough protein so the muscle fibers rebuild and all the cells in your body rebuild. Hence why we eat protein. But you also want to make sure you're eating in a deficit. So this way you're losing the fat, burning the fat off. And you also have to limit your fat intake.
Nice.
So, yeah.
But it's not fat burger.
No, stay away from the fat burger.
Yeah. Okay. So, the last question on the muscle building. So, I know a lot of people, I see these big guys at the gym. They're huge. They have a big ass chest, big ass back. They have the 6-pack, 8-pack, the arms. They're just jacked. The shoulders. They're fucking jacked, bro. Big ass fucking like quads. But they have tiny calves. And I see this is like the most common thing that I see. Every time I go to the gym, the first thing that I do, I look at their legs. I'm like, shit, they're not working out the calves. and it's true. Like, and even sometimes they're working out the calves, but they're not growing. Like, why is that? Like, what is? Because for me, I struggle with that, and I work out my calves once a week. So, what is the hack, the perfect tip? I mean, that's like a question for me directly. Like, what should I do like now? How many times should I work out my calves in order to grow? Is it the running? So, I don't know if running helps, but I know my daughter has bigger calves than me and she's in cross country.
I would say, because the calves are such a small muscle group, just like bicep, if that's like one area you really want to grow and you really want to focus on, I would say hit it 3 times a week. Maybe just hit it at the end of the workout.
Right.
You can even hit it 5 if you want, but you still want to give them room to like rest and grow. But the more you target them, the more you hit them, the more they'll grow. But you just have to make sure you're eating right and all that good stuff.
3 times a week. What type of workout?
So you have different angles that you can target the calves more. So one where you're hanging off from a ledge and then you elevate the heel. You can activate them just from the floor, going to the ground up. Position of your foot matters. So if you point them out and you're going up, you're going to get the inside of your calf. You position them in the center, you get the whole calf.
Nice.
And then you point them in, you're going to get a little bit of the outer head of the body.
So it's not only going like one direction? It's all 3 directions?
All 3 directions would matter. Same thing as on the leg press. Like when you position your feet different, like if you bring them higher, you bring them in the middle, you bring them lower, you're going to target different muscles. If you bring them close, you're going to target your quads. If you bring them like higher on the platform, you're going to target your hamstrings and your glutes a little bit more. And if you bring them right in the center, you just get total legs.
Nice. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know that. Like, they're working out their calves. Maybe they have tiny calves for that same reason.
2, another thing, it could be genetics. Like, you can work them all day long, right?
Yeah.
And they just might not.
Do you think running helps or no?
Running could help with your legs. That's like
With the calves.
I know
with the calves?
definitely could help because I know like even me when I first started running, my calves would burn immediately. Yeah. Jump rope could help.
If you like jump rope. Oh, that's why I see like boxers with the big ass calves.
Yeah.
What about like for the shins? For the shins.
For the
shins on the front?
Oh, the shins.
Oh, the chins, yeah.
Shins. There's
I don't think no one works out the chins, right?
Like angling your foot up, doing something where you angle your foot up. So if you get like a kettlebell.
Yeah. But be honest, do you work out your chins?
No.
No, right?
I feel like they're getting worked when I run.
Yeah.
So I don't like really work them, but it could prevent like some injury like for a runner. So if I put a kettlebell like on my foot and I like angle it up this way, that'll get like that muscle right in front. Right. So any flexion going upward on the foot is gonna target.
I don't know where I heard this. I think in a podcast from William Sternson or William something. Mm-hmm. He was saying something about working out your chins, that it helps with your lower back.
I think a lot of other muscle groups like help with the lower back
as well.
Because lower back's like really a really sensitive area.
What's one of the solutions that you could do if you're struggling with your lower back all the time? A lot of
stretching and a lot of mobility exercises. For example, you could do child's pose. You could do lying spinal twist. You can do that little thing I did at the gym where I was like kind of like stretching out my back on the bar. Mm-hmm. And I could show you guys after what I'm talking about. But doing that, let me see what else. You can also do lying spinal twist.
What about that roller?
You could do a foam roll. Foam roll actually would really, really help too.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you'll be able to get a lot of tension out of the back because when you work out, a lot of tension seems to go to the back. But doing a foam roll, if you can get massages, that would help. If you can get a chiropractor, that would help. All those measures would definitely help with lower back issues or any type of back issue.
Nice. I love it. Let's get into a little bit of diet. What do you think is like a good diet for like an average person? Because I know like it's 75-80% diet, 20% workout. Mm-hmm. How can someone keep themselves like in like fit in a calorie deficit, but still eating clean, like a long lifestyle, and still eating like desserts or a little bit of alcohol or whatever?
Right. I think all eating needs balance because even me myself, I don't eat clean 100% of the time. Now, I think if you're barely getting into fitness, that you need to eat clean for a certain amount of time and not have any alcohol, not have any sweets, just to get yourself where you want to be. Mm-hmm. Then once you get yourself where you want to be, then you can kind of like start to have a little bit of leeway in the diet. But what I would suggest, maybe having 40% of your calories come from protein, 40%. Yeah. 40% of your calories coming from carbs, 20% of your calories coming from fats. Because one, you're limiting fat stores, you're eating carbs so you get enough energy, and then you're having protein so your muscles are able to repair, you're able to rebuild. So
say that again. You said 40% protein, 40% carbs, and 20% fats, caps. I'm still thinking about the caps. Yeah, fats. So it's 20, 40, 40.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what does a veggie has? Like veggies, what is the main ingredient, the main macronutrient?
Veggies depends. Some of them will have carbs, but they're like, a lot of them like have like minimal nutrient value. They have like broccoli has like 35 calories or something and a couple of carbs. Mm-hmm. But the main purpose of veggies is to actually get you your percent daily values of all the vitamins and minerals that your body needs. Mm-hmm. So that's why you want to incorporate veggies into your diet. Because
you think it's important?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I don't take a lot of veggies. I don't like broccoli, especially when you're meal prepping.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. I just kind of just like eat it like
just shove it in.
To like pretty much just shove it in. But another alternative, if you don't like to eat the veggies, is maybe try juicing. Because then you can throw something like sweet in the veggies that'll make it taste good, so you can hide the like taste of it. That's what I always tell people who don't like veggies is like, try juicing. That might help.
What type of juice?
Green juices. You could do like beet juices. You can do. There's a lot of them.
Nice.
But all of them they'll taste sweet, and they won't have that like that veggie taste to it where you're like, ooh.
Yeah. So what are your diet like right now? Like, what are you eating?
I'm eating a lot of pasta.
A lot of pasta. Pasta's good.
For me, because I'm running, yes.
A lot of carbs, a lot of energy, right?
Yeah, like that's the one thing my body needs right now. It's a lot of carbs. But my typical diet, like let's say I wasn't running and I was just working out, I'll try to have 3 meals in a day, with the healthy carb, protein, and a healthy fat. Or veggie. I mean, scratch that. So we got healthy carb, protein, or lean protein, and then we have veggies. I'll do that 3 times throughout the day. In between, I'll have 1 meal replacement shake where I throw in maybe like some berries and honey, stir it up in a shake and some milk. And I'll have another shake that's just the water and the protein. So that way I don't get all the added carbs, all the added sugars and fats. And then if I'm not at where I need to be calorie-wise, I'll either throw in another shake, or I'll throw in like some sort of snack.
Nice. There. What do you think about supplements? Like casein, protein, creatine, BCAAs?
They can really...
Pre-workout?
All of it can help. It's your best bet is to go as natural as possible, just because if you take that stuff too often, it can really harm your body. But I don't want to be a hypocrite and say, oh, don't take it, like, because I take it. But your best bet, get your protein sources from food. Pre-workouts are good. I have been limiting. I mean, I'm drinking one now, but yeah. I've definitely like limited like recently a lot of my caffeine intake, because I was having like, I was up there. I was like probably at 1,000 milligrams every other day. But don't do that. Don't be having too much caffeine like that. Try to go as natural as possible. But if you take pre-workouts, only take it when you need it. Don't take it past like 5 o'clock. If you're taking creatine, the creatine is going to help you building muscle. But the way you want to take it, the first 7 days, you want to have 4 scoops.
Okay.
Just because your body will adjust to the amount you're taking, and then you'll be able to keep all the muscle that you're building, all the water you're holding on to. Because creatine basically does is it helps your body retain more water.
Oh,
that's what you call intracellular water. So if you ever get a scan, like a DEXA scan, in-body scan, some sort of scan, you see intracellular water, that's the water inside of the muscle.
Interesting. I didn't know that. So that way you feel like bloated or swole?
Yeah, that's why they call it that, like bloated or like swole feeling.
Yeah.
Because you're holding more water.
Nice.
And then for the rest, protein, I take protein. That's just preference. You can choose the protein you want to take, whether it's a vegan, whether it's just like a normal whey protein, whey isolate protein. Whey isolate is going to take the lactose out. It's going to have less fat, less calories. If you do a normal whey protein, you're going to have lactose in it. It's going to have more carbs. It's going to have more fat, and the lactose is in it. So if you're lactose intolerant, definitely don't take that. And
what about BCAAs?
I'm not a big fan of BCAAs.
Nah,
the only reason being
bullshit.
Is yeah,
right. That's what I figured.
It's because your protein's already going to have it, and you're going to be able to get it from all the protein that you eat. So
already, like, if you have a clean diet, then you don't need it, right?
Right.
Awesome.
Anyways.
Hey, so where can people find you? Where can people like reach out to you?
They can reach out to me via, I would say Instagram. Instagram is the best way to reach out to me. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Coach_Ray Flores. If you want to personally reach out to me, get my number from Jonathan. And you can always contact me via email. I don't mind giving my email out there, but it's floresray777@gmail.com. You can contact me there as well. Just send me a subject title, just because I don't want it to get lost in translation with all the other emails. And yeah, those are 3 ways to contact me.
Why should people, lastly, people contact you, and why should people get a personal coach rather than them doing them by themselves?
Because number one, I'll educate you on what to do and why you're doing it. One of the biggest factors in people leaving the gym is because number one, they don't know what to do. So they go into the gym with no plan, no game plan, and they're like, oh, what do I do? And then a lot of time that's discouraging, they don't feel nothing, and they end up leaving the gym. Number 2 is the accountability aspect. Some people need that accountability because they're lazy. They don't want to work out. They don't want to be there. But they know they have to do it. So the accountability aspect, I would also help with. And then 3 is the mindset. I think a lot of times in the gym, people just lack the drive and the mindset. So what I help do is I help kind of like help you build discipline, and I help you build motivating yourself, and I help you build being able to, I guess, be driven in the gym. But not only will it translate there, like it'll translate into life, because I feel like working out is not just working out. Working out is also like, it's in a sense like helps with your mindset, helps with your daily life, helps you overcome battles. Because if you're able to get over soreness, you're able to get over like the tiredness of life, and you're able to get over all those things, like you're definitely going to be able to overcome it when something pops up in life. So
I agree 100%. Like if you want to work on other people and you want to work on your team, you want to feel good, you want to win, you got to start winning in the morning at the gym. And if you don't have the right motivation, the right discipline, the right people, someone that is going to like teach you how to do it, I mean, you're going to fall off track. So you definitely want to hire a coach. And if you want to hire a good coach, a good training coach that's doing it, he's been doing it for over 10 years. He's fit. He has an 8-pack. He's fully shredded. I mean, he's living the life. He's going to teach you how to do it. Then definitely call Ray. And anyways, thank you so much for chiming in today to the Limitless CEO podcast. And I'll see you on the next one. Let's get it. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, John.